Hi, hello. So let's get right into the steps, okay? So the very first thing I'm going to be doing is to download the necessary files. So I will be needing three of these files you have sent earlier, okay? So the very first file I need is the SEH file, which is the schematics. And then I need the BRD file, board file, okay? I'm also interested in this file, which is the library file, which has all the footprint and components footprint details to be specific. Okay, so um, so let's go ahead and download these files. Okay, I'm going to download. Okay, I'm going to create a new folder, which is going to be PCB. When I save these files, okay, let me save it just as it is. Okay, I have saved this file. I'm going to save this now. Inside the same folder and then download. Okay, now I have the board file. So once it's complete, I'm going into the directory where I downloaded all these files. When I do the modifications, I need these two files to be the same, to be having the same name. So they can't be having different names if they want to work together in the Eagle software. Okay, so I'm going to be renaming it to something, whatever I prefer. Okay, so I'm going to rename it into circuit. I'm also going to rename the schematic files into the same. I'm going to leave this library file as it is because I don't know the exact name it should be. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to be doing, I did was downloading and renaming these files. Okay, now I'm going to open up Eagle. If it is set to open with Eagle, then I don't have an issue double clicking it and opening it. If you have already installed Eagle, please go ahead and open it. So I'm going to open up the Eagle. I mean, there will be plenty of videos showing how to install Eagle on YouTube. Okay, this is a free version. I'm using an education license I have. So file, then I'm going to open schematics because okay, and then I'm going to go to the folder where I downloaded this file. So I'm going to open up the CH file. Okay. Now this shows the schematics of the circuit, okay, and the person who there will be a lot of details in it, how the connections are made, what are the names of ICs, and all these details will be here in this schematics sheet. Okay, that's fine. Now the other file, the board file, BRD file, which when I click this button, SCHBRD, or else how do I open it? Okay, I could also go here and select it if I have already opened it. Okay, now I have the board file open here. Here, the board file shows me the layout of the board, the actual or the visible part of the circuit. Okay, so here I have two layers. The blue is on the bottom, the red is on top. I could also see the rendered image of this exact circuit on this part, manufacturing here. Okay, so when I click on that, it will render the image. So I could zoom it and see what will be in the final circuit when it is produced. Okay, now I could switch here, top and bottom, to see what is there. Top, this is bottom. So there are different places where there are text. Usually when we want to add a text, what we do is we go here, we click on this button, text, and then we type the text, some text here, some text here, and then we click it. When I place it, there are some specific steps that I need to do before I click and place it somewhere I want. So I could change the line distance. I could, if it has multiple lines, and I could align it bottom left, bottom center, bottom right, center, wherever I want. And then the font vector proportional fixed. Okay, you should know better than me because you seem to be working with graphics a lot. Ratio, size. Okay, this is where we set our size. These are some standard size. Okay, I think this is equal to this size. Okay, so I could set all these. I could change all these options related with text here. But if you look closely, this text is in red color, which means it is in top layer. I have lots of layers in this. This is basically something like what you see in Photoshop or something like that. But also, which tells us this is the copper part of the circuit in the top. And this is the copper part of the circuit in the bottom. And this is the dimensions which will not be printed when you manufacture the circuit board. There are layers which will be visible on your final circuit when you produce. There are some layers which will not be produced when you produce it. One of which these are some layers which will be displayed in the final outcome of the circuit. So T names, B names are the layers which will be having the text related to each component. For example, let's say we have an IC here, then it will have a text like, for example, U1, U2, R1, R2, something like that. They will be in these layers. If the component is in top side of the board, we will have a T names. If we have a component on the bottom side of the board, and it will have B names. So I'm going to place it like also there will be places like we add text which are not the name of the components. We add some arbitrary text on the circuit board, just like always a new idea, something like that, or the company name, or the designer's name, or the version name of this board. We add a lot of text in boards. Okay, I'm going to place it on this layer 21 T place. So that's the same layer. But if I want to, let's say if I want to change this text, usually if we add in the right way, I mean this board layout that is displayed in this software is like top base. So whatever you see inverted means it's on the bottom side of the board. Okay, blue color means copper, the bottom copper. Also, if it is inverted, it means it's on the other side. It's on the bottom side of the board. Okay. Also, when I look at here, that this text is kind of non-inverted, it means it's on the top side of the board. For example, if I place it here, and then see if I look at here, I am on the bottom side. This text is not displayed because I placed it on T place. So it's on the top side of the board. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to top side. There I see it. Where I placed it, I will see it here. Okay, so I'm going to undo it, Control Z. Okay, I'm going to escape first. Okay, I'm going to escape. Oh, so I'm going to escape first, and then it will ask to change the text. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Control Z. So I have undone whatever I did. Okay, so let's say, but when I do a text like that, for example, here is I text. Oops, here is I text. If I add the text here, I will, when I press escape, it will be gone. Okay, when I add a text or any components on the board, there will be a plus sign, which is the origin point of this text. When I want to move that text, I could simply click on it, and just like that, I click on the plus mark, and then it is movable. If I want to delete it, I could delete it. But if you check this text here, this is actually not a text. Rather, this is a vector image placed right onto this board. So if you want to change it, you can't change it the way you want. I mean, the way we usually do, because this is not a text added like that. So what I'm going to do now is whenever I try to select this with this tool, it is selecting whatever that comes into that box. Okay, this part of this this signal, the Wi-Fi signal, wireless signal is coming from this entire group. But when I select this text, it is coming into the selected box. So it is selecting everything that connects to it. So that's the wrong idea, wrong way of deleting components. So if I want to change this text, I need to select only that. So how do I do that? That's where the layers come in. So this is, I know these are the bottom copper layers. So this is coming from this layer. Also, these parts coming from something like B place or B names, something that should be like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this layer settings. I'm going to hide all layers, and then I'm going to but I also know that the text that I was interested in was on the bottom part of it, so there will be a B prefix in each layers. Okay, so I'm going to turn on one by one to see what layer I am interested in. So it is the text is in B place layer, so I'm going to click on that and then press OK. So what I see now is only this layer. There is no other components from other layers interfering into this. So what I did was I selected this and then I simply dragged and drop, and then all this text is now selected. So I will simply press delete, and then you see this this is being deleted layer by layer, I mean row by row, which means this is a vector image, not a simple text that we usually do in circuit designs. So yeah, the deleting is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my text. Always a new idea. Oops. Always a new idea. Now I press OK, and then I'm going to change it to B place because I want it on the bottom part of the circuit. Now I place it here. Okay, I press escape again, and then if I see here, this is gone because I have deleted that. I'm going to the bottom side, and then this is displayed. But okay, so if I want to make any changes, I could simply delete it, and then I could go ahead. I mean, I could right click on the plus sign and then click on properties and change the text I want. I could simply do that. And then I will press OK. Also, I could change a lot of things in here, which I will leave it for your exploration. So that's how I will add a new text and change whatever it has. So I'm going to go ahead and set all the layers I would normally see. Then I will see all these layers now. Okay, I have already changed it now. So if you see a text there, I mean, see if it is regular text, then it should have a plus sign assigned to it, so that you could right click on it and get the properties, and then you could do all the changes you want to do. If not, if it is added as a vector, then you have to delete it and then add the SVG file. So that's how you do it. And if you have any questions on changing text or whatever you want related with text, please feel free to drop a message so that I will be able to help you as far as I can. So please let me know, and see you then. Bye.